Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. So we usually do stock chart analysis. I've posted a few already before this one. So if you guys want to jump on over to my recent uploads, you'll be able to see all the different stocks that I've done videos on, and you might have not gotten a notification. I highly suggest going to check it out after this video, because there's probably a ticker symbol you're looking for and you might have thought that I haven't done it, but it's there, and you can see it in my recent uploads. But we're going to talk about a few different SPACs that I found this article, and it's a little bit dated now. It's like 2 weeks old, from the 7th, but I think most of these are still kind of in the same limbo, and the fact that 5 of them have been announced and actually confirmed, and 3 of them are speculative. I wanted you guys to kind of see some of the SPACs right now for December that are pretty exciting and leading into the beginning of the year. And we're going to look here at what these article is showing us. So 5 SPAC mergers recently announced and 3 rumored mergers. So right now, these 5 that have recently been announced, they're still in the process, and there's 3 that are rumored. They're not even in the process or confirmed yet. So I want to kind of point out some things, because there's one that is pretty significant. I've talked about it before in my previous videos and stuff, that it's going to be one of those that you want to watch carefully. So let's start off here with the 3 that are rumored and the announced. So the announced merger here is Northern Genesis Acquisition Corp. We have CF Finance Acquisition Corp, Insu Acquisition Corp, Gig Capital, which is jikh, and then we have APXT Technology Acquisition Corp. So out of these 5 here, there's 2 that I find very exciting. So stay tuned for that, and I'm going to talk about it in just a moment. And here are the 3 rumored. We got the FinTech, Tuscan Holdings, and then we got Foley, right, acquisition here, and that's BFT. This is the one I've talked about previously. I think this has a lot of potential and just explosive growth if it finally merges with Paysafe. This is rumored still since the beginning of the month, and it's rumored till now. So Northern Genesis is trying to target the Lion Electric company, which they're going to create and manufacture electric buses and stuff, like for transit in the city. So this has potential here, and this is mainly out in Europe, and I guess they're gonna try to bring that over here, and expects to select the state, whether in the West or the US or the Midwest, to establish a manufacturing plant. This isn't here in the US. This is from actually outside of the US, and it's trying to come in. So there's potential here. This has potential growth. This one is pretty interesting. I'm just not sure how big of a market it is, and I'm not too familiar with it. And it's the CF Finance Acquisition Corp 2 is trying to target View, which View is a smart glass manufacturer, which they have a pro forma market capitalization of 2.2 billion, and it basically turns not just your smart home into a smart home, but the glass is a smart glass, basically what it's called, smart glass manufacturer. So this glass, like our windows that use artificial intelligence to tint glass, to optimize natural light while controlling heat and glare, and so forth. So there's some cool things there, that it's basically the next generation of windows, of how we're going to have windows at our homes, and not just at homes but also businesses. It'll go ahead and regulate itself accordingly to how much sun exposure is outside, and allowing natural light in, and more cost energy efficient, quote unquote. So there's some great stuff here, and they're also claiming to have lower energy use and greenhouse gas emissions. So that's interesting. So here we are with Insu Acquisition Corp. This is another one from the 5 that have been announced and listed, and this has to do with auto insurance. Their capitalization is 1.5 billion, and their target is Metro Mill. So you would have to do more research directly on Metro Mill to kind of have an idea of what it is that they're getting into and what's their sector, right? And how they are doing compared to others and so forth, because there's other insurance companies out there like Lemonade and stuff dominating the sector. So this is something to keep in mind. This is just basically auto insurance, though. I don't know if they have any other insurances as well. And then here's one of my favorites. This is Gig Capital 2, GICS, Up Health Holdings, and Cloudbreak Health. So I don't know how I feel about two at once, because their merger target isn't just one. They're trying to like put these two together into one. I guess they're like necessary to build the platform or make it much better and user friendly, but it has to do with digital healthcare, and that's a big thing. That's the way we're going. And in college, I had to write a paper about how healthcare has transitioned and changed and stuff. So that's going to be some interesting stuff that I recall writing about and seeing, and how that was going to change the way we do things, and how health insurances were going to start paying for this service and having to participate, which is what they're trying to stay away from. But they're going to have to, especially with the pressures that have happened this year, so that doctors can stay in touch with their clients and not clients, they're clients in, if you were to call it business, but no, they're patients. Stay in touch with their patients so that they can continue to give them professional medical help and assistance. So, and a lot of people are feeling more comfortable doing this from home. And usually when you would go see the doctor, when you go see your primary or specialist that you do a routine checkup with, it's just basically talking to the doctor, and the doctor just prescribes what he already has given you. And if it's not working, they're going to try a new prescription. So like, you'll just have a normal conversation through telehealth, save yourself the ride and waiting in the waiting area, and the doctor will be able to attend probably more quickly patients, rather than having to give them that time of not just, writing a prescription and asking them, how are you feeling? But it's going to allow doctors to hopefully more efficiently work and give each patient the time they require, but by cutting down, the hassle of having people waiting for them and stuff like that, while they can still, help people in a matter of minutes and know exactly what they need. And then they send over everything to their medical assistants. They send everything to the pharmacy, and then it just makes things more smoother. So I think that for regular checkup visits or routine visits, this is going to be a big thing, and it's what it's going to turn into, the routine visits. Unless you're like a new patient, you need to show up, and maybe the doctor has to do a little bit of more thorough type of analysis on what's going on. But once you're in the routine stage, I think that digital healthcare is going to take over and start doing things that way. And that's the way that doctors are going to interact with their patients, especially routine visits and patients they already have, build rapport with, and they know exactly their case. And if they need to change anything, they'll change it accordingly, right? But it's basically going to be pretty smooth. So this right here is a big deal. And they serve 4 of the fast-growing digital health markets: integrated care management, global telehealth, digital pharmacy, and tech-enabled behavioral health. I mean, that's pretty interesting. And they have a big portion here of medical digital health. Not only that, but they'll own only just 12%. Any investors that are into the SPAC or getting into the SPAC will only own about 12% of the combined company. This is well below average for most SPAC deals, which is a good thing. That is the one reason why, despite raising $106 million in net proceeds, the combined company has a pro forma enterprise value of its just $1.37 billion based on the calculations here on Investors Place. Now, based on the company's estimates of peer valuations on their whole entire presentation, it appears that this pro forma is well below other comps, right? For example, the company says that its peer EV to revenue multiple is 12.9 times, whereas jikh is UPH has a pro forma ratio of just 6.9 times. This implies that as of today, jikh stock has an upside of 74%. So it could probably raise whenever they wrote this. And that's the day that I wanted to point out here. It rose on the 7th from $10 to about $12. That was only like 20%. This has room to basically double and probably even more over time, just based off this article. Big stuff here with jikh. I mean, anything in digital healthcare is going to change the way things are done. And the fact that a very small percentage is being owned by investors shows that there's still room there for this company to grow. Now, I don't know how they'll do offerings, though. That's the thing you want to watch for and stuff, because sometimes SPACs hold themselves up and then they start doing offerings. But for the most part, this company and this merger is interesting. Now, the next merger that's the most interesting out of all of them, is Apex Technology Acquisition Corp. Their merger target is AvePoint, and they're in the industry of data management. Their pro forma market capitalization is $2.7 billion. This one is a straight software technology merger. So it's Jersey based. And for those of you that don't know about AvePoint, AvePoint has a lot to do with Microsoft. AvePoint says it is the largest data management solutions provider for Microsoft Cloud. The deal will provide $252 million to the combined company's coffers and essentially gives it a $2.7 billion pro forma market capitalization, given the rise in the APXT stock. So this right here is showing that it's showing an average multiple of 14.2 times, right, on other peers and other comparisons. But therefore, right here with APX stock, it's still worth about 46% more once the merger closes. So wherever the merger closes, based off investors placed and who wrote this whole entire article, they're saying that there's still room. When we go to APXT, right, you can see how this is acting. I mean, this is ran up once the merger has been announced, and it announced it early this month. I mean, it's just been running up. And it's held itself. It hit lows here of about $12 and some change, and it just keeps bouncing. This is going to be a big deal long term. I mean, just the fact that they work with Microsoft's cloud and they're their largest data management solutions provider, there's opportunity there. I mean, for sure. Even if it's not 46% more, there's opportunity there. These two are the ones that have me the most interested in watching out of the announced total mergers that we're seeing here out of this whole entire list. The others are still speculative in my opinion, and you need to do more research as an investor and even myself. But their market capitalizations are smaller, and these two here are actually not too bad. Now this one is a little bit smaller than the others, but I feel like this has room to grow, and there's a lot behind it that this is just innovative and transitioning the way things are done, like for a fact. I mean, I'm not saying that other companies aren't going to already do this, or existing companies can't already go ahead and transition to this, which there probably are, but this company is going to have a nice market share of what's going on with digital healthcare. Now, here we are with the data management one, and this is just a big deal, specifically that they are data management solutions provider probably for more companies, but they wanted to boast Microsoft Cloud the most, and that just speaks in high volumes on where this can go. You can see the chart here. I mean, it's just been running up. It consolidated and it's running up slowly. I don't have the exact dates yet on these mergers. If anybody does, you're more than welcome to write them down below. But I wanted to share these 5 mergers that have been announced, and now I'm going to talk about the ones that are rumored. This one seems like an opportunity here. We got to still see, because I don't know the exact date either on this one. But once they've been announced, that means that they're close to being done, or that the time will come. So here are the rumored ones. So we have here Tuscan Holdings Corp 2, which is THCA. This is one of those that's rumored. We also have FinTech, which is FTIV. And then we have the PaySafe Group, which is backed by Blackstone Group, which if you look that up, that stock is doing pretty well. It's backed by them. And then BFT is supposed to go ahead and transition and get into a merger with PaySafe. PaySafe is a big deal. I think that PaySafe and BFT merge, there's a big opportunity there, but we still have to watch it. There's still some speculation going on, and we need to see that no hiccups come through the process. And they're still saying that it's going to happen towards the beginning, the first quarter of 2021. So we want to watch this. We really, really want to watch this. I think BFT and PaySafe are definitely a great opportunity to get in on. And we want to definitely see what's going on and keep up with it. But once that merger is confirmed, I think that PaySafe Group turning, BFT into PaySafe is going to be a big deal. Because when you look at other competitors in the same sector, I mean, they're doing pretty well. And this is innovative and a transition as well on how we handle payment processing and stuff. And they already are a confirmed and well-known company, PaySafe, used by a lot of people in Canada and in the UK and stuff. So it's a big deal. I don't know how much they use it here in the United States, but it is used everywhere in around the world so far, for the most part, when it comes to gaming and stuff. But very interesting. So this is the one I already talked about. We're still pending to see how it's going to happen, but this is one of those mergers that I definitely pay close attention to, BFT and PaySafe Group. We have here these other 2, which I'll do more research on and come back on, but these are the rumored ones, and these are the announced ones that are processing to one step forward, getting to that point of going ahead and making the merger happen. Let's look at CFII. Let's see how that one's doing, because that one's pretty interesting, because that's not just going to be in homes. That's going to be jobs that are like big buildings and stuff. Yeah, wow. What a run. It was hanging out at 10, and I guess some confirmation has happened because it ran from $10 all the way up to 12. We're going to have to watch that one closely as well. I'm going to do a video on that soon, so you guys stay tuned for that. I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. I hope that you guys already knew about these, and I'm just confirming some information. And if you didn't and you were overlooking this, keep your eye out on these SPACs and do some research on it, because there's some great information out there, and these different SPACs are innovative and have some type of purpose. It's not like it's just SPACs trying to jump into the stock market. There's some opportunity here on some of these that are similar to other existing companies, but they're being disruptive in a way, or focusing in on a specific niche, which the earlier you get in, the better you'll probably end up with your rewards on that investment. So, SPACs are also speculative and so forth. So you got to make sure which SPAC you're getting into and who they're merging with, and how this company has had a track record in the past and stuff. So you really want to dig in deep. But I just wanted to announce this to you guys and make you guys aware of the 5 announced SPACs so far for this month, and the 3 that are rumored. And when I did do that video on BFT, I did state to you guys we still have to wait, because It's still not confirmed, and we need to see that if it does happen the way the article was written, if no hiccups happen from here to the first quarter of 2021, that merger could proceed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. I shared the two that I found pretty interesting, and now CFII seems pretty interesting as well. But again, we're going to have to watch these and see what's going on. There's some opportunities here as long as these mergers go through. Do your due diligence, do your research, and thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.